Jumbo Mumbo Familia Angu, mimi ni Eli-Ben-Eli, karibu hapa, papa na mama, Jumbo Mumbo. I saw a remarkable video today that I'm going to talk about in a minute. First, let me just say, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. Please comment on the topic that I'm going to discuss. You know, before I get to the main topic that I want to talk about, I just want to say that I heard that road races got robbed. It's terrible. I should not laugh, but road races was walking the streets of Nairobi like the queen that she is, without a care in the world, holding her purse at an angle that would be very inviting if I was on a motorcycle and needed money. And of course, road races is a liberated woman. Probably Mara, being the coward that he is, would not walk by the road to protect her, but road races wouldn't have accepted the protection anyway. This is a liberated Mazungu. She's walking like she's walking like she doesn't have a care in the world. And along comes a young motorcycle rider who apparently was very determined. He grabbed her purse and he took it, and he took everything that she had. Why do I find this funny? Well, you want to know something? The motorcycle rider who took her things was not all that different than her and Mara. He just did it more directly, and he was more direct. He went about, he did it very, very quickly. She and Mara have been bleeding the village of Nyabohanset and Jamaican Uncle and all of those other suckers that come up there, and they take every single penny that they can wring out of them. I saw this video of Mara with congrats with Jamaican Uncle at the house of Getanita's father, and it was such a setup. He took him there to basically he took Jamaican Uncle there to be milked by this man, and the man launches into a speech about how, oh, they cut off my electricity and I'm living in darkness, blah 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 blah. And I think Jamaican Uncle has begun to understand that he's been made a fool of. He told them, well, save your money a little at a time and buy some solar panels. And the man just kept repeating this. They were trying to con him. What Mara and his wife have been doing to people who come there as visitors, to the people who come to the Villa Medellin and are put into slave labor. How is that any different than having her purse snatched? They're basically taking away from people. The boy on the motorcycle was very direct. He snatched it and they drove off. Marwa is conning people. Marwa is using persuasion. Marwa is using the promise of great YouTube channels. In the end, it's all part of the game. They're all crooks. They are all which takes me to another person who, you know, I'm kind of confused about. You know, let's call him the Robin Hood of Nyabohanset. Somebody stole a chicken from Fellow the Boy. He conducted an investigation, went around and looked and questioned people, and finally gave up. I have a theory to put forward, Fellow the Boy. You have how many chickens? 16, 20, whatever. You have more than enough food to eat. Maybe the person who took that chicken, that was a big crime in your eyes, or that rooster. Maybe they were hungry. Okay, you have 16 that you keep as pets. They're not producing eggs. They're not doing anything. You don't eat them, so they're pets. Maybe those people were hungry. Maybe those people should have taken all of your other chickens too. You know, come on now. So it's like different methods, different strokes for different folks. Marwa has been basically conning the people of Nyabohanset and his visitors, and the poor, confused, older, desperate Bazungus who come there, and he bleeds them white for money, you know, over a period of time, exploits them, feeds them rat meat. At least that boy on the motorcycle was quick about doing his thievery, unlike Mara and his cronies in Nyabohanset. So, you know, I suppose that we're supposed to feel very, very sorry for Rocio. Put her in context. Rocio came to, racist, came to Nyabohanset, has lived like a queen, has done nothing, had a couple of horses that she kept as pets for a period of time until they killed one of the horses through their ignorance. And then anybody who has been reading my community posts and watching my videos knows that I have been predicting for the longest time that horses are very dangerous animals, you know, and that they can kill people. They can hurt you. Well, Road Racist is luckier than she deserves, and so is Maura. My belief was that Maura, being blind in one eye, would be the one who would, you know, since he thinks he knows everything, and you know he's the master of the universe. You know, I thought that Maura would be the one to probably get a good hard kick on the head and probably die. It didn't happen that way. Rocio, who wants to pretend to be this sensitive Mazungu, she understands horses because these people are sensitive. She got a good hard kick on the hand, and she apparently deflected it with her hand. It was maybe heading for her head. Okay, and you know, it's my attitude is it serves them right for having killed off that mule. You know, so I don't feel any compassion. You know, the thing is this. This is the part that I really want to talk about. I saw this video I saw them the other day, but I didn't take the time to look at their videos. I have a fascination with twins. Okay, my father, or the man who raised me, let's put it that way. The man who raised me was an identical twin. And so I have a deep fascination with twins. I even wrote a novel about twins. But there is a channel that I highly recommend all of you to go to and watch. It's called Twins Hangout Kenya. It's these two young women. They are identical twins. I saw one of their videos in which they were commenting on I believe she's a South African comedian. These young women blew my mind. You know, one of the things that I have become disillusioned with about Kenya, I still love Kenya. I still love the Kenyan people. They fascinate me. But one of the things that breaks my heart is how they have such a... They worship white people. They worship white people. Mara will even say that he wants to marry a white woman, that he doesn't want a black woman, blah, 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 for all of his stupid reasons. They think are gods, okay? And these two girls, my God, these two girls are fascinating. I did not know that people with Those kind of minds exist in Africa. To be sure, there are Africans, Kenyans that are so incredibly, and I have not seen a stupid Kenyan. All Kenyans are very, very smart people. Take A.M. Carroll, take Untrending, brilliant women. But the thing that I have come to realize about Kenyans, and this is what's heartbreaking for me, is as intelligent, as brilliant, as clever as these people are, they think these people are God. Okay, they worship them. They just there's a gentleman who has become a very good friend to both Untrending and A.M. Carroll, and it's like, the thing about that man is this: one of the hardest things to do in life is to make a distinction in between an individual and a community. I happen to like the gentleman. At first I despised him, because I saw him as just a colonialist, and I despised him. But the more I saw of his videos, the more that I saw that this is somebody who exists in out of context. He basically is a kind-hearted human being who apparently likes Africans, and I don't know his story. I don't know whether he's somebody who has exploited Africa by way of making money, but he seems to be a decent person, and I'm all about giving people the benefit of the doubt. But people like Mara, he has brought all of these people. What was her name? Coco Girl, Coco Boy, Christmas List, and all of these other people. And what energy, what value have they brought to that community? Christmas List was encouraging, boys to, dance in a suspect way. Christmas List questioned an elder about how they would feel about LGBTQ women, MIAK, NOC, whatever, men living in the village. She behaved in a very peculiar way with Uncle Mo. Okay, what value did these people bring to Africa? Not much. They gave Mara some money. They gave Mara some gifts. Okay, those people Westerners have come to Africa and have been a plague. And it fascinates me that Africans don't seem to have any awareness of this. Africans don't seem to have a sensitivity to this. Africans don't even seem to dialogue about that. Some of them run off to Germany and marry an old man. Okay? The point that I'm making is that has really been... If I have lost my enthusiasm in about making some of these videos, is for this reason. At the end of the day, okay, making videos about a one-eyed man, who is basically so self-deceived, he thinks that he's a big shot and everything, and he's not. Making videos about a poor village of people who discover that begging people on the internet is a way of making money. There comes a point at which it gets played out. And thank God, just set up. You know what? I didn't even want to make a video today, but just at a point at which I'm saying, you want to know something? There's no role for me in this situation. When I went to college, I got a degree in political science because I meant to go to law school. And because of the fact that I was so interested in African history and Black American history, I kept taking courses and and when people would ask me, what is your major? I would tell them political science, and they would say, oh, you're going to go to law school. And I would go, yeah, I intend to, or at least I want to try. But at graduation, something really surprising happened. Okay, they gave me a secondary degree in African American Studies. There's a lot that I can share with people about African history. But I look and listen to these videos, and I say to myself, You cannot awaken a sleeping giant. Africa, the people of Africa collectively are a giant. But they have been so deceived, they have been so confused, they are so deeply asleep that, these people have succeeded in taking control of that continent and control it even now that Africa has the illusion of having a lot of nations. So you have the Maras of the world. You have these families that seem to think that these people are gods, and everybody else is garbage. And if you ever speak out against the Europeans, oh, you're an evil person and everything, they teach you that it's like Rocio Cabrera sitting at the table of Mara sat there and said how she doesn't like black Americans, and her husband didn't tell her, shame on you, you're a bigot and you're ignorant, okay? The fact that you have been to America, the fact that I have been to America is because black people in America have fought to see the borders of America open to Africans, open to people like you. Right now, Rocio Cabrera, a lot of the whites of America don't want people that look like you here, because at the end of the day, you're not really a Mazunga. You're a Latina with a brown skin. People don't say that. Mara just laughed and said, oh, they're going to come after you. He thought it was funny. Okay? That kind of self-hatred, that kind of hatred of other black people was taught to Africa, by certain people. They teach you that black people are evil. They teach you that black people are this. They teach you that black people are that. Well, let me tell you something about black Americans. Rhythm and blues. If you took away blacks, you wouldn't have rhythm and blues music. Soul music, you wouldn't have that. Rock and roll music, you wouldn't have had that. Country western music, you wouldn't have had that. Rock and roll, rap, all of those things came out of the black community. Okay, even though now people are pretending that, oh, black people had nothing to do with it. In Puerto Rico, they have something, reggae. In Puerto Rico, they have something called reggaeton, which is based on the word reggae, but they deny that it comes from Jamaica, even though it's pretty much identical to what Jamaicans do. They copied it from Jamaica. The point that I'm making is that I'm kind of like in a despairing mood about Kenya, about Nyabohanset, about the people of Africa. It's like these people are just, good people as individuals, but collectively they have been brainwashed by the West. So more power to the twin hangouts in Kenya. I think they're wonderful, and it's like finally there's a light in the darkness, because I haven't seen that energy in any of the people that I follow on YouTube. As intelligent as some of the people are, it seems that they are asleep when it comes to and the evil that they have done in Kenya, and the fact that they kept people like my ancestors enslaved for centuries. Okay, there are Africans that will talk contemptuously of black Americans as slaves. Never mind the fact that certain people in West Africa sold us into slavery. Never mind the fact that in your own continent you were held as slaves. You lived as slaves. In your own land, these people kept you as slaves. Okay. Anyway, those two twins have breathed a lot of inspiration into me, so I thank them. Karibu Kanisani. Karibu. Why am I? Asante Asana, if you have watched this far, I love each and every one of you. I love all of those of you who have subscribed to my channel and who comment on my channel. Please continue to do so. And I have kind of made up my mind that maybe I'm out of place on YouTube. I've reached a certain point in members and everything, and if I will always ask people to subscribe and everything, but something tells me that YouTube and just the climate of YouTube that I'm not really wanted on here. So I'm just gonna do this for fun. I'm gonna do this as a place to air my points of views. But I accept the fact. You wanna know something? Babu Eli is not easily loved. Babu Eli is not easily liked. And you have to have a certain amount of brain in your head to enjoy a video that I make, or maybe not have any at all. So I accept the fact that maybe I have no future on YouTube. Okay? But if I have no future on YouTube because people are deliberately keeping my channel from growing, I curse upon them. And I believe in curses. Okay? I curse upon anybody who has attempted to intentionally create malice for me on YouTube. Curse upon all of those who are making life hell for me right now because of my skin color. They're trying to take my home. They're trying to drive me out of my home because of my skin color. I believe, if nothing else, I lay them at the feet of the Most High and I curse them. This video has been kind of like, it's come from my heart more than anything else. I feel disgusted by the servility that I see in black Africans toward Mazungus. I feel pity for the begging and everything. It's like, my God, people, have some self-respect, have some pride. Your ancestors were kings and queens and rulers. Your ancestors gave the world Judaism, it gave the world Christianity, it gave the world Islam, and now you seem to have reduced YouTube to begging on your knees for donations. Okay, Africa was the site of the Garden of Eden. Africa is a sacred place. Have some self-respect. Get off of your knees. You can conquer this world if you choose to. Go ahead.